So we're coming out of the storm with all those files declassified by POTUS just, I don't know, a week or so ago. A lot of stuff's coming out, and it's just a start. It's just a start. And Joe Biden is corrupt as they come. Glenn Beck did a expose like maybe a year and a half ago, maybe, expressing this exactly what's coming out in the public sphere now. And all those undecided people that still think that Joe Biden is going to be a good president, the man is corrupt and twisted. The man is corrupt and twisted. He's been corrupt and twisted for 47 years. He got into politics, just a working class guy like myself, and now he's worth $100 million. You got somebody like Barack Obama, who also got into politics super poor. Well, not super poor, upper middle class, obviously. But now the Obama family's worth, I don't know how much it's worth. Those kinds of information, that kind of information does get pulled out. But anyways, we're coming out of the storm. The Patriots are doing what they need to do to make sure that the POTUS gets another 4 years. Thankfully, God is on our side, or the gods. You know, I know people don't like religious stuff, especially in this age of ignorance. We've condemned God in for the sake of something else, I don't know, but for the Church of Woke, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we're coming out of the storm, and things are going to be a lot different come November 4th. They're still going to cheat. Everybody knows they're going to cheat. But hopefully, how many times can I say it before I believe it? But hopefully, we get our 4 years, another 4 years, and hopefully we get another 4 years, because we can't allow these Democrats into power ever, not until the crony establishment is gone. Like, we the people need to stand behind POTUS all around the world, and those who can vote that are abroad should, and don't listen to the mainstream media, obviously. or you end up being ignorant and stupid. You know, male feminists and the like. There needs to be some harmony in the world now. There needs to be some peace in the world. And POTUS is doing everything he can to maintain peace. He got nominated for a fourth Nobel Peace Prize. But of course you never hear about it because, you know, the people who get their news from CNN, CNBC, all the other garbage networks, all the mass media, big satanic corporations like Disney and well, how many companies does Disney own now? Almost all media is owned by Disney now, pushing this propaganda and hate, Luciferian ideas. It is a time like no other, right? Like I've said before. And there needs to be some peace. We need to understand that the darkness is closing in. The darkness is closing in, but they're also exposing themselves. No matter what, no matter the stories of old, you know, the good guys always win. The good guys always win because darkness can only live in a society where there is no truth, no light, no conviction. That's where evil lives. And that's the world they're trying to bring to everyone around the world, especially the Western world. The Western world, you know, all these people, they're malaise. The malaise of the society in which we live is ridiculous. The indoctrination of our young people, teaching people to obey instead of think. You know, it is a time we need to focus, get our attention focused on what's at hand. The powers of darkness, they're getting bolder and bolder and bolder. And I know I've mentioned it before, but Revelations, all that has been written in the book of Revelations is coming to pass. Is it by design or by circumstance? I have no idea, but I do know that good always wins. There is a time for pacifism, and then there's a time for violence. I don't believe in violence. I hate violence, but our enemies don't have my same views. So sometimes violence is a necessary means to an end. Thankfully, most people think like me. The only truly brainwashed, the people that have been following the mainstream lamestream media for decades, never getting out of their echo chamber, believing the lies of the lamestream media, believing the lies of feminism, believing the lies of wokeness, the church of woke. That's the thing, you know. Since we have forsaken God, and we've taken God out of everything in school, everything around the world, anything to do with God is taken out of public consciousness. Now we're grappling for something to fill that void that's left behind. It doesn't even matter if you don't believe in the Christian God or the Catholic God or whatever. I'm an Old Testament guy. I like the Old Testament because I'm more of a, if I wasn't, I'm not a Christian, nor am I a Catholic. But in the lines of Islam, that basically is the Old Testament. And the Jews, they also reject the New Testament. But yeah, no, I am more inclined to the. There's a few stories I like in the New Testament, like Revelations. It's in the New Testament. The story of Job. I can't remember if that's in the Old or New Testament. But I like the Old Testament. I like the stories of the Old Testament a little bit better. It's a little bit more. It's a bit more. How you say? The New Testament's mostly about peace and love, and the Old Testament is a vengeful God, a God who just a just God, but a very iniquitous God. I think that's the wrong word, but iniquitous. But anyways, it doesn't matter. I really wanted to make a video today about something. I've been busy doing other things these days. I've been busy doing other things. I've been trying to set up a better living situation for myself, and I've just been taking it easy. Watching the stupid the hearings of SCOTUS, and the more I see the Democrats, the more I despise them. The more I just want to reach through the TV and smash them in the face. Especially that Cory Booker. Like, what a useless sack of garbage that man is. Constantly race baiting, constantly using his race card, constantly talking about oppression and blah, 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 whatever. He's an upper middle class law student. He's never had oppression in his entire life. He's never known anything about oppression. To all these people who believe in your oppressing, and the white guilt, you people really need to go to Africa. Like, seriously, if you really, really despise your own culture and your own people, then go to Africa. Go to Africa, go to any third world country. Instead of spewing your garbage here, maybe you can use your enlightenment to educate the rest of the world, because the rest of the Western world, people like myself, normal thinking people, are sick of you. We are sick and tired of your crying and your whining about things that don't even matter, things that happened 400 years ago, but yet never, with your own goddamn ignorance, never even realizing that everybody on the planet at one point in time has been a slave, no matter what. The whole thing about the Crusades was to stop slavery of our own people by the Muslims and the Barbary slave trades back, I don't even know when, I can't remember now, like 14th century or 16th century or whatever, when the slave trade was rampant. Throughout history and culture, all race of men, doesn't matter what race or creed, slavery was a big part of things back in the day, from Egypt to the Viking Age. And even before that, slavery has been a thing since the beginning of our existence, really. As soon as we decided that there's an upper class and a lower class, Basically, that's when we decided that slavery was a good idea. But I have no guilt for my people because we did everything in our power to end it. Millions and millions of lives lost worldwide to end slavery. And the English, they ended slavery, I don't even know, like decades before it ended in maybe not decades, but many moons anyways. Many moons before the Civil War in the United States of America. And in Canada, we never even had a slavery problem. The only people that had slaves back in the day of Canada's conception, was with native tribes, enslaving other native tribes. But, natives were way different. Natives, they were proud and strong people. They were intelligent people. They were crafty people. They understood the value of life. They understand the value of death. They understood. They aligned with us more than we may give them credit for. But the first settlers that came to North America, anyways, the natives were more than, Native people are a strong, proud people, unlike other people on this planet that live in the southern hemisphere and in the third world countries, because these people only believe in hate and ignorance. They only worship hate and ignorance. And all these people that want to, talk about separation, all these, people, you know who you are, want to talk about separation and reparations and how oppressed you are living in your multi-million-dollar mansions. It's time for you to go to Africa and share your light with the rest of the people that you're so. If you hate us so much, then you're more than welcome to leave. There is nothing stopping you from leaving and going to help your people in Africa. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. Black Lives Matter. All those people who support Black Lives Matter and Antifa, you can go to Africa as well. And you can go to Venezuela and see what communism and socialism actually does to your city and your people and your state. You can go to Saudi Arabia, where just in the last year or so, women were allowed to drive. You can go and spew your garbage over in Saudi Arabia and see how long you last there. Your wokeness. See how well it plays off in Saudi Arabia, or any Muslim country for that matter. Dubai, wherever. Dubai's a city, but seriously, if you want to spew your garbage and your wokeness, go and spew it somewhere else, because we're tired of hearing about it. Everyday people that just want to work, make money, and pay their bills are so sick of you woke trust fund babies, your multi-million-dollar mansions and your multi-million-dollar homes, your multi-million-dollar contracts to make a stupid movie that nobody watches. Take your influence somewhere else, because your influence is toxic and it's no longer cohesive for my way of life. So to all you celebrities and all you woke tards, just go away. We're tired of it. people like myself, just everyday normal people that work and try to get by and don't hate and try to get along with each other because they got love in their heart instead of victimhood and hate. You know, we're coming out of the storm now, and it's been a rough one, but things are changing rapidly. Things are happening to the 10th power. The second coming is coming. The Great Awakening is coming. You know, right now it is the most influential time in my time on this planet. You know, for the 4 decades that I've been on this planet, it seems like everything has come. Everything has come true. Things that were talked about in the 90s, things that were talked about in the late 80s when I was old enough to understand what was going on and started watching the news and started paying attention to the world around me with enough astuteness to comprehend what they're telling me. The difference between me and most liberals is that when we're young and foolish and when we're young and foolish and don't really understand the ways of the world, we all become liberals. We all want to fight against the establishment. But then as you get educated and you have more to lose than just pride, you understand that liberal ideas in the Church Awoke just doesn't coincide with what you know and what you've experienced in reality. But there's so many sheeple out there that believe the same things they did when they were 19 years old, say, still believe that Barack Obama was a great president. Those people who believe that Bill Clinton was a great president. The last great Democrat there was, they murdered him, and that was JFK. And maybe, I don't even know that much about JFK because he's dead. And maybe if he would have lasted and lived through, you know, his presidency, and maybe a lot more grim things would have come to light from his experiences. But anyways, you know, everything has come to pass. And I don't know what's going to happen in the next while. But I do know that there is some great advancements happening right now. We're coming out of the storm, and everything is coming to the surface. The light has penetrated the darkness, and the demons of man are scurrying into their dark holes in which they came. And I say, great. You know, we could use a revolution of peace, not of hatred and ignorance. We could use a step up on the corrupt establishments of the world. We can use the power of the internet and the power of the people that actually believe in justice and who are righteous in their hearts and who believe in love and who live in the light. The only thing we can do is empower the people who embrace the light, who want to fight against the darkness and the demons of man. We need to empower those who are bringing the corruption to an end, who's exposing the corruption. We need to understand that the people who are working right now to expose the demons of man, they're working through a greater power than themselves. They're working out of love, not hate. And when you have the demons of man censoring things, information that brings certain things to light, you know, it's an uphill battle. And all the COVID bullshit and everything else, and all the new lockdowns that they're trying to put on. You know, it's pretty sad when Amazon and all the other big major corporations like Walmart, Amazon, Google, eBay, they're making money hand over fist while mom and pa's are struggling to pay the bills and put food on the table. Eh? It's nice that. But all these people are coming to an end. All this is coming to an end, one way or another. Either we're going to live in tyranny, or we're going to live in love. And I prefer to live in love. Peace in the Middle East.